From the words of Hamlet, to be or not to be, one of the most famous quotes that has tested time. Today I will not be asking that question, but I will ask the question, is Hamlet still relevant today, and should the English curriculum still make students learn it? To quote Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 3, line 87, no, the play itself is not relevant to today's society. There are close to no connections when looking at the surface of a play. No one is going to pour poison into someone's ear to kill them, create an entire play to try and make someone confess a murder, or have a ghost show up at their castle and tell them they need to avenge and kill their uncle. If you have, I suggest you need to talk to someone about that. Hamlet should still be taught because through a deeper lens, we learn a lot about ourselves. Better analysis of Hamlet, there are many connections between the human nature then that is the exact same as it is now. An example is from Alana Martine Kilcarry. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. She goes on to say, it's completely true. How many times have you gone over a scenario in your head thinking about the best and worst possible outcomes? The main lesson that connects that quote to today is that overthinking things can make you think something is either good or bad, and it will have a big influence on you. Not only are there life lessons that connect to us, there are also common themes that connect to our world, like suicide, revenge, and depression. Suicide is something that the 21st century has been struggling with. It is a very big thing. Suicide brings lots of controversy, and the main question, is it better to be living a bad life, or is it better to just be dead? Or in other words, to be or not to be. Though oppressors wrong, the prize man continually the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietest make with a bare bodkin. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. This quote should still be taught due to the fact that after hundreds of years, we still question why we don't just end our suffering, all because the fear of death stops us from doing so. After all these years, the question has never been answered, and that is something important to teach students, that our generation isn't the first to think about suicide. Or so that we know questions asked back then are still relevant to now. Shakespeare is old and may not be as reliable as he was back in the day, but we are all humans and we all think the same and pretty much act the same. His plays and works have been used as influence for many movies and novels, and we use his language every day without even thinking about it. My point is, Shakespeare should still be taught so we understand underlying messages about our humanity and remember that we are all people. But if you really don't want to read Hamlet, just watch The Lion King instead.